Thing which I don't like about BMW right now, which is continuously hitting me.
Curious, maybe you should take it slow.
So hey riders, welcome to a brand new video. So today we thought we'll just make a 1 month ownership review of the bike. As you know, many are doing the reviews. We just wanted to make a truthful review regarding how the bike is and if it's good for performance and for off-roading and for touring and everything. We've tried everything on it. We've gone for a few long rides. Uday's gone for a solo ride also for I think 300 kilometers. We've tried riding it in the city. We've done everything possible on the bike. So today we'll just show you a true review if the bike is meant for the road. So guys, before we start talking about the good stuff about the bike, I just want to mainly tell you guys what are the major bad stuff about the bike. The first thing is the TFT display. We should have got a TFT display for this model because every bike in this range, like from above 3 lakh, are definitely getting a TFT display, and as they're getting a BS6 variant, we thought it would come, but it hasn't come. And I know they have cut down on the pricing and all, but we should have got it, guys. And the second thing which I could say is, as you guys can see in this color and the K-Night Blue, the second one. Yeah, these guys get a different type of color, like a candy type of shiny paint on top of the fuel tank and even on the front. And guys, this place gets a lot of scratches, even with small dust particles. Like the day we got it itself, we went for a small spin around and it already got the scratches everywhere on this place and even on the front. We didn't like that from BMW. We thought it'd be a little more premium, but other than that, as you guys can see, the mudguard is there over here. This mudguard is completely useless, guys. If you guys even go in a muddy place or a wet road, the guy sitting at the back is going to get a nice print or a design of mud behind his shirt anytime you guys go out. And the last and main thing which I don't like is, guys, every bike in this segment has around 12 plus liters of fuel capacity, and this bike is only stuck with 11. The mileage is really good, guys, but I thought they would give a bigger fuel tank. And that's it. Apparently, other than that, there's no other bad thing for the bike, as we can see. Anything else?
They got the ABS, but it's okay.
Yeah, see, that is one thing, but it goes according to the Euro regulations, so we can't tell anything regarding that. But other than that, nothing else is bad regarding the bike. Everything else is good. And yeah, and the last thing is there is a small manufacturing defect. As you guys can see, there is a small gap over here. It looks like a tail light, but there's no tail light at the back at all. It looks like a manufacturing defect, and every person who looks at your bike always asks you, what is that small space for? What is that small space? It looks really ugly. Think they'll change it for the upcoming models, but they didn't do it for now. So guys, coming to the good stuff about the bike, it's a really beautiful bike, guys. In above 300cc segment, this has a really good mileage, guys, as it's an adventure tourer. It gives a good mileage of around 32 in the city and 35 on the highway. Even I have a 390cc bike, and trust me, it gives horrible mileage, guys. But I enjoy the mileage on this bike whenever I take it out for a spin or for a long ride. But yeah, guys, the mileage is really nice, and it's a really smooth bike, guys. I love the way the clutch and all is deadly smooth, and it comes with the ride-by-wire, which is beauty in the BS6 version, which is a really nice thing. And guys, if you compare this bike with other adventure tourers like the Adventure 390 or the Himalayan, it has its importance in both of them, guys. You might even choose this in a thing. I definitely make a comparison video in the future. I think within a month or two. Both of my friends already have those bikes, so definitely we'll do it in the future. But guys, I think this would be my personal choice even if those two come around, because this bike has its own advantages, guys. Like on the highway, it's a beautiful machine. It overtakes with no problem at all. I know it doesn't have as much power as a 390, but guys, it doesn't have very less power as a Himalayan also. It has its correct place in the segment. And guys, we really love the bike, and I think I'll take it for a short spin and tell you guys the rest about the bike also. And as you guys can see, this bike doesn't come with the crash guard. I think the Adventure 390 comes with a decent small crash guard in the front. Himalayan already comes with an amazing crash guard, but this bike doesn't. All the accessories, whatever we put on this bike, are from aftermarket itself. There's another video for it. I'll just keep it down in the description if you guys want to see it. And guys, other than that, the bikes, even the headlights, they're decent. They're not that good, but telling you guys, it's better than the Adventure's headlights any day. They're actually quite powerful. And guys, it comes with the LED strip in it, which makes it even more beautiful. I think this is like the new upgrade for the BS6 version, so it makes it look even more aggressive and even more premium. And guys, even the LED power of the LED strip in the front is much more better than the KTM's or anything. Even I have a KTM bike, and the LED strip, the quality of that, like the power which that LED emits, the light, is beautiful, guys. I think that type of power is not emitted by the KTM LEDs or any other LEDs. Like BMW, when you're paying this much money for the thing, you're actually getting that premiumness which you always wanted from the brand. And I know that Uday is really enjoying the bike, and I think we'll just take it for a small spin and I'll just let you know how the bike is.
So guys, I'm on the BMW GS310 right now, and before I start talking, I just mainly want to tell you the three main things we look into the bike when we look into a ADV bike, guys. And the first thing is if it's good on the highways, the second thing is if it's good for off-roading, and the third thing is obviously we always won't be riding these bikes on the highway or touring always, right guys? So the third thing is if it's good for the city, guys. And the first thing, on highways, this bike is beautiful, guys. It has good amount of power that you can aram se like overtake other cars and all, and even the cruising speed, like you can cruise peacefully at a speed of around 110 to 120. The bike has amazing grip as it has the amazing Netzler tires, and the braking is actually quite accurate, guys. It's actually really nice, but it's not as good and not as good as the KTM's or the 390s at all, but it's better than the Royal Enfield braking any day, guys. And I'm mainly comparing this bike with the KTM 390 Adventure and the Himalayan, because these are the only major competitors for this bike right now. And for the highways, this is a really nice bike, guys, and there is a little bit of vibration when it's above 100 to 120 speed, but below that there is no vibrations at all, guys, and you can smoothly change the gear. There's no vibration, there's no different nagging sounds when you change the gear and all, as it is a premium bike itself. And if you look at it on off-roading sections, this bike performs really well even in the off-roading trails, guys. We have taken it for a few off-roading trails and it was actually quite fantastic, guys. I have been off-roading on the Himalayan before and all, but this bike feels completely different, guys. It's a different beast itself. And if you look into it in cities, this is actually a quite large bike if you look at it from the front end, and it doesn't fit in gaps and all, and it's quite different riding it in the city, guys. Like you have to be looking around always to check if it's touching at the back or anything in head-to-head traffic, and you always feel like you're on top of the world, guys. Whenever you ride this bike, you're always on a great amount of height on the top, and I don't think it's meant for like very seriously short people. Like below 5'5" might suffer on the bike, but if you're above the height of 5'5", I think you can manage it, and if you're like 5'9" or something, you can peacefully ride this bike, guys. And if you have a pillion sitting behind you, I think even the 5'6" height person could manageably ride the bike very peacefully, as if a pillion sits behind you, the suspension drops down a little, which makes it more smoother to ride the bike, guys. And if he's a shorter person, he can comfortably ride, like he could touch his toes peacefully to the ground. But other than that, this bike is a beauty, guys. The only thing which I don't like about BMW right now, which is continuously hitting me, is this bike is almost due for service. So we called up the service station to see if they would take the bike up for service, like if you could book it in the next day or something. Like this happened a week ago, guys, and they gave us an appointment for Jan 5th, guys. Not even before New Year, but after New Year, like 5 days later. If you ask, they're like all the slots are full. Like we wouldn't expect this from a company, right, guys? Because we always want, like, suppose anytime they could service it, and if the service is fast and all, but I don't think we could expect that from BMW. And I'll definitely update you guys regarding the service and all in the future.
So guys, this is the honest review what we felt regarding the GS310, and we completely enjoying the bike right now. I know we didn't show any long ride on the bike yet because this guy has gone solo that day, so we didn't know also. So I think we'll be doing a small ride in the future, and we'll definitely show you how the experience is, like a proper experience with the bike while touring. And hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll definitely be doing a service review of the bike after its service and how much is the pricing and all, as it is a BMW bike in the future for sure. Just stay tuned, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we are loving your support nowadays and we're really happy for it. And I think happy advanced New Year. That's all we could say right now, as it's not New Year yet. So yeah, guys, thanks and peace out. Like the new Thunderbird, the Meteor, whichever came out, and whatever we felt about the bike, we just
Saying that it feels right.